Hey everyone. So today I went to go and see Moana 2 and I thought I'd just give you a quick review of what I thought of the film. Um, so I have to admit I'm never quite sure with sequels. Sometimes they can play out well, sometimes not so much. And I think Moana is actually one of my favourite films, Disney films, that along with Tangled, which I really like too. And so I was kind of like not quite sure what to expect, whether I was going to like a follow up to it or not. And I think probably my honest opinion is I wasn't massively keen on this kind of second movie of Moana. Um, so obviously you see that Moana has grown up slightly. They've changed what she's wearing. Always very good for branding, so that people have to buy the new costume. But that's the cynical side of me. So they have made her a bit older. She has got a younger sister now. I mean, that's quite a sweet relationship as well. I think the fact that she has got a younger sibling who really looks up to her. I think that when she goes off on her travels and her journeys, it gives her a different angle. You know, when she went away the first time, she had no worries, nothing to think about. Whereas when she goes away this time, she has her sister to think about, to come back to. She has more to lose, I guess, by going on these journeys. So it gives you a slightly different viewpoint on it as a story itself. Um, it kind of followed, I think, a little bit the same sort of pattern as the other side. You know, she had a calling from the ancestors, um, had to go off and fight a baddie and lift a curse, and Maui helped her. So, it was a very similar feel in that particular sense. Um, I think for me, one of the issues was that really there wasn't a massive baddie as such. You know, you had a baddie who was a god, um, but they didn't really kind of feature as much. It wasn't someone that I kind of wanted her to really defeat, if that makes sense. So I found that was a bit disappointing. There was someone who you thought was going to be a baddie, um, but didn't necessarily turn out to be the case. And then we didn't return back to hear part of their story. You do find out at the end with after the credits, there is a post-credit scene, which actually we missed, but there is a post-credit scene, and it sets it up very much with these two particular characters, the baddie and the supposed baddie, that there will be a Moana 3. I don't really think they should do that, but anyway, that's a whole other story. So and this time she goes off on this journey to try and lift this curse, and she goes with a group of people. So the theme of the film is all about sort of togetherness and coming together. But myself and my son, we sat there at the end, and we both kind of went, "Do you remember the names of any of the people that she was on the boat with, other than the same characters as last time?" And neither of us could actually remember the names of any of the characters. So I don't think that's all that great, really, when they're supposed to be promoting this. You can do better as a team, you can accomplish more as a team, if you don't remember the names of the people that were in the team. So that was a bit. Maui, my son said this, Maui came in a bit too late to it. I'd have liked to have maybe seen him a little bit earlier. It just felt that the story was a little bit rushed, had quite a few holes in it. Music wise, there are a couple of good songs in there. There were a couple that were decent songs, but there were not as many memorable ones as in the first movie. It still had kind of a good soundtrack behind it, with the kind of whole Maori-esque kind of feeling. But yeah, not any massive songs that I would go away singing, like Shiny or You're Welcome or How Far I'll Go. All of those sorts of ones that you got from the first one that were fantastic. They didn't really appear as such in this. You had little motifs from some of those songs that would appear, But yeah, I think probably, if you had younger kids, they would still enjoy going to see it. It was lovely. There were some kids that were dressed up as Moana, that had brought along their teddy bears and things into the cinema. A lot of people getting up and down, but then, if you're going to see a film like that, you've got to expect it because there's loads of kids in the audience. Um, but yeah, for me, I just no, it didn't really live up to the original for me at all. And so I think probably if I were going to give this one a rating, and it's quite a short review really because there's not loads of positive things that I can say about it. I would probably be looking at maybe a 2 out of 5. I think it just wasn't my favourite Disney film to go and see, which is a shame because, like I said, I really, really loved the first one, loved the message, loved the characters. Um, but yeah, no, it just didn't really have the magic that the first one had with it. So again, go and see it. Be interested to know what your opinions are below. But for me, it's a one and done, and probably not one that I will rush to see when it comes out on Disney Plus or anything like that. Anyway, like I said, interested to hear your thoughts. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it. Anyway, have a lovely day. Bye.